All right, everybody. It looks like we are live. My name is Tanya Smith, and this is Get Noticed with Video. You can find more information about us at getnoticedwithvideo.com. I really am excited to be able to speak with and chat with one of my good friends. We've been friends for a long time, but I'll bring her in just a second. Lavada Thompson. She's going to talk to us about Facebook ads. Now, some of you, if you've been watching for a little while, you know that what we talk about on this show has to do with video marketing strategy. Well, one of the things that's really key when it comes to video marketing is to understand that it is a small part of your broader overall marketing plan. And so Facebook ads are definitely something that you need to be paying attention to if you're trying to promote your business online. And I could not resist bringing in someone who I knew is an expert, and many of you have seen online because of her ads. I've already seen some comments about that. So the question that we're going to answer tonight is why should I even be thinking about Facebook ads? We're going to talk about that, and this is part of our business growth series that we've been doing from May until June. This will be the last in that series. I'm again really thrilled. Hello everyone. It's good to see you, Stacy, and Victoria as well, and Connie. Connie, good to see you here, lady. All right. So I'm going to be right back and give people a little bit of a chance, a few seconds to come on. And when I come back, I'm going to bring in my friend and do a proper intro. Hi, Donna. Good to see you there as well. So here we go. And we'll be right back right after this short intro video. All right, everyone, let me bring my friend on in. Lavada.
Hello.
She is so fun. She just makes my
Hello.
day. Just makes my day. She's got the greatest smile, the greatest laugh, everything. I have nothing but
Thank
positive
you.
things to say. So, Lavada, I've got to read the official bio first, but then I need to
Yes.
add a few little things.
Yes.
So,
Let's do it.
let's do this. All right. So, affectionately dubbed Launch Queen, this is true, and Conversion Diva, Lavada Thompson is passionate about helping coaches, consultants, and service-based entrepreneurs to grow successful businesses online. She partners with her clients to create lucrative, leverage streams of revenue so that they can make more money and serve more people while enjoying more time and freedom to do the things they love. With Lavada's support, her clients have collectively generated, get this, more than $2 million in online sales. Yes, I said that. So one of her favorite all-time quotes is, "Don't worry that you'll take a shot and miss. The fact is you'll miss every shot you don't take." So this is my buddy, my friend, Lavada. I don't even know how long we've known each other, but it's been for an incredibly long time. And what I can tell you on a personal level is that Lavada is straight up. So she is the real deal. You know, there's a lot of people that, especially right now in this moment, that tend to pop a label on their head that says, "Hey, I'm a coach today," or "Hey, I'm a marketing expert today," and yesterday they weren't. Lavada has been in the business for a long time. She studies, she researches, she does a deeper dive into learning her craft so that when she is giving advice, because I have been a client of hers, haven't I, Lavada?
Yes, we have worked together.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I know this from personal experience, which is why I can say this. When she studies her craft and knows what she's talking about so that she's giving you real advice, solid advice that you need to know. I got to show you all the people that are waving and saying hello. So Donna said hello.
Hi.
Tara said hello. And Victoria said, yes, her ads and props are everything.
I love it. I love it.
That's perfect. Nicolette, yes, girl. Hey. And then Connie said, everything, let me get to know. I know that's right. For real. I need to look, everybody's like, yes, I need that.
Hey, we need that.
Listen, listen, that's right. And Lucia says hello. And Pat, I just have to acknowledge everybody because I just appreciate so much how you come each and every week. Marcia, it's good to see you there. And then definitely Renee Mitchell Simpson. Thank you for coming, everybody, and for spending
Yes,
a little time with us this evening. Again, you're not going to want to miss what we talk about. And I just like every time, I've already warned Lavada that I'm going to ask her my questions that I sent her in advance, but if things tend to trail off, if you have questions that you want answered about Facebook ads, because I think we both know that it can get a little complex, and especially because Facebook is always changing up the game,
hmm
please feel free to put your questions into the comments because we can see them and we'll acknowledge as best we can. And at the end, I also want to make sure that you know how to get in touch with Lavada so that she can continue to help. She says, Victoria says, I love it when you acknowledge us. I try.
yes.
And Z, it's good to see you. Awesome. And Virginia, all right, girl. Okay, so let's dive in. First of all, here's my very first question, and this is on the advance notice list. The advance
So you
question.
better have a good response to this one, Lavada, because I sent you this one ahead of time. Okay, gotcha, Tanya.
Basically. So, my question really is from the bio, everybody can hear, all the things that you're really great at and fantastic at. And of course, I've shared some things, but what do you think people need to know? And I know Maria actually sent a question in. Hold on, where is it? So I have to, Marie McCoy Zimenoff says hi and thank you. She sent in a question that we definitely want to try to tackle, but tell us a little bit more about you. What should people know about you?
What should people know about me? So I see a few people, at least a few people have seen some of my Facebook ads. So you may already know that there's a crazy lady that lives inside of my head, and her name is Sadie Snide. And she loves to wear glasses, shades, and colorful clown wigs, and she cusses.
Mhm.
But no, I do. I love to have fun. There is this, and this is what I encourage all of us to do because I am an introvert. I think that you identify with being an introvert, Tanya,
I
and so
do.
it took a minute for me to tap into my creativity. But especially when we're talking about Facebook ads, I really do want to encourage us all. And we're talking about video, right? We're wanting to do more with video.
Yep.
Really, I would say don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Don't be afraid to have a little bit of fun. Don't be afraid to ruffle some feathers. And just be yourself. Be yourself. Explore who you are and have fun with it. So yeah, some people call her my alter ego. I say she's my business partner who's over the finance department. But yeah, I have a lot of fun with it, and I think that all of us should do that. Let's be fun, let's be creative with video, and let's use those videos in some Facebook ads to make some money.
Hello. Hello. Now look, wait, Victoria's calling us out. Introvert. That's hilarious. We
Yeah,
are. Both of us are. Very much so.
for sure, for sure. I promise you. She's like, no way, not possible. Yes.
Yes. So let me see in terms of questions. So one of the things that I know that we need to tackle, or I wanted to make sure to ask you, I don't know how I lost my questions. Let's talk a little bit about how you became passionate about Facebook ads. What got you into
Yeah.
this zone? Because you've been an expert, as long as I've known you, you've been an expert in a number of different areas of digital marketing. So why Facebook ads, since that is the topic of the day anyway?
Right,
Why?
right. So I think the best way to answer this question, Tanya, is to tell you what pissed me off, really. You asked me why am I so passionate, but let me tell you what pissed me off. Um, what pissed me off was the fact that so many people were failing miserable with their product launches, including me. Now, as a product launch manager, having worked with some amazing coaches and consultants over the years, having led many multiple 6-figure and 7-figure product launches, but then, when I attempted to do my own, flopped and failed miserably, and then seeing my other peers and colleagues flop and fail miserably, I realized that the formula that I had learned, the tactics and the strategies that I had learned, they didn't work for everybody, right? They didn't work for everybody. And so I kind of, I embarked on this mission to figure out what really does work. How can you and I, those of us that are just getting started with building an online presence, those of us that don't have 50,000, 100,000 people on our list, or we don't have these huge Facebook groups of engaged people, how can we be successful online and generate significant income and revenue? And so I've always known the power of Facebook ads, having been behind the scenes of some super successful launches. I've always known the power of Facebook ads, but didn't believe that they would work for someone like me who didn't have a big budget. Right.
Yeah.
I didn't have thousands of dollars to invest in Facebook ads like some of my clients were doing. And then finally, after having run ads for clients for several years, I finally said, I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm gonna figure out how to make Facebook ads work for me on my little bitty shoestring budget. I'm going to make Facebook ads work for me. And so, yeah, about a year ago, I started running Facebook ads for myself consistently. Started off with $15 a day, $10 a day. Started seeing some phenomenal results, and decided that I wanted to teach other service providers, coaches, consultants how to do the same. How can you be successful online, and how can you build up your community, build up an email list without having to spend thousands of dollars a month on marketing. So that's why I'm so passionate about Facebook ads and teaching that to as many people as I can.
That's good stuff. And honestly, I will tell you that was one of the things early on that I shied away from ads about, is the fact that I was hearing from a lot of the gurus that you needed to put thousands of dollars into it. And if you weren't putting thousands of dollars into advertising, then they didn't want anything to do with you. They weren't giving you any real strategy. It was simply, well, I mean, that's what you got to do if you want to get the outcome. So
Exactly.
I love that you're saying you found a workaround.
Yeah. A workaround.
Ain't nobody got time for no $1,000 of ads every day today.
Right, exactly. Hey, we have to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. So how can we start?
Yes.
And how can we wrap this thing up and yes, get to that point, right, where we have that kind of money to invest.
Build up. Right.
That's it.
You don't start out the gate with that. So any thoughts about what people should be doing? And I do see some questions starting to pop up in here, which is great. So we'll definitely get to those. In fact, you know what? Let me go ahead and put Virginia's up here real quick. What are your thoughts on organic ads? So by organic, Virginia, you may need to share a little bit more about that, about your question and some context. And look, Z said, yeah, time nor money. I know, right? Right now, we're trying to do low budget advertising so we can build up to generate the revenue to be able to invest more in ads, to be able to keep turning that over. Exactly.
That's right. Absolutely. Yes, Virginia, please do clarify, because when I hear the word organic, I think organic social media where we're not putting any ad money behind it. We're just posting on our personal profile or our business page. We're supposed to be doing business on our business page, right? So when I hear the word organic, I think of just a regular post or video or graphic on my business page that doesn't have any ad money behind it. So please do clarify, because we want to make sure we answer your question for sure.
So she did say, yep, ads without payment. So they're really not ads unless you're paying.
They're not. Yeah.
They're really that's just social media.
Right. Exactly. That's just organic social media. Just call it a social media post. Yep. Right. Not an ad unless you put some money behind it. That is correct.
So to her point, what's the advantage of you doing ads, Lavada, versus just, consistently putting out social media posts?
Yeah. So here's the main thing. And I do not knock organic social media at all. And I post organically as well.
Me too.
Um, you're not going to get the same visibility and reach and exposure unless you come up with create something creative that goes viral, right? And people are sharing your stuff all over the place. You're not going to get the same reach and exposure with an organic post that you could with an ad. And it makes sense. Because Facebook has become pay to play. It used to be that you could post something on your business page and just about everybody who was
Mm-hmm.
connected to your business page would see what it is that you're posting. But I'll give you a perfect example. I have about 2,500 likes on my page, people that have said they want to hear from me, right? I enjoy your content. I want to hear from you. Last week, I posted a video on Facebook ads, and I didn't put no ad money behind it. It was just an organic post.
Mm-hmm.
That video reached 254 people. Okay. Now I've got 2,500 people that have liked my page and said they want to hear from me.
Yep.
That post only
10%.
reached 254 people. Now, if you go to my business page and you see some of the other videos that I've where I put some ad money behind it, I've reached 5,000, 10,000, even 50,000 people with some of my content, but I had to put some ad money behind it, right? So
Yep.
it's all about visibility, exposure, getting your message and your content out there to the people that need it most. And Facebook wants that money. I mean, honestly, Facebook is pay to play. They're like, if you want to reach people, you running a business, you go pay. You're gonna have to pay to get in front of your ideal clients. Yeah.
Renee said that's a
Renee said
shame.
that's a shame. I
I
know. Ain't
know.
it, Renee? I know. I know.
It's a shame, but here's what I love that we're talking about is we're being real and sharing with you. This is how it is. So
Yeah.
when you think about Facebook, they are a business and they used to be okay with us coming on and posting and we were good to go to get it shared, like she said. But now they're like, hey, we need to make some money off of all these people that are out here trying to compete for space. So
Well,
it,
and you know what it is since we being real, and I love Facebook. I speak to them quite frequently.
mhm,
They hooked us, didn't they? Didn't they,
they
Renee?
did.
They hooked us, right? They got us all happy. We can put out that post, and all 200 of our friends was gonna see that post.
Yep.
They hooked us. We're hooked on social media now, and so now we are gonna pay to keep
Mhm.
that visibility
Yep.
and exposure. That's what they did. They hooked us.
They did. It's true. I see another question, but I'm going to ask one of the other ones first. So, what should we be doing right now when it comes to Facebook ads? If you had to think of something or share some advice
Mhm.
for us to consider, whether we're getting started or we're trying to tweak some things that we've already put out there, what would your advice be? What should we be thinking about right now with Facebook ads?
So can I tell you all what you need to stop doing right now? You need to stop boost and post, okay? For
Yes.
those of us, for those of us that post something on our business page and we click that little boost button and we put $5 on it, or maybe we're gonna do $10 today. We need to stop doing that. And the reason is because boosting posts, while it is running an ad and you are putting money behind it, it's very limiting. I teach the members in my co-working program to learn how to leverage the Facebook Ads Manager. I know it's overwhelming. I know it's not pretty. I know it's confusing. But when
Yeah.
you set up your ads and you run them in the Facebook Ads Manager, you have access to all of the tools that will help you to be successful in running your ads. A lot of people, the main complaint that I get from people that are primarily boosting posts is they're telling me, all I'm getting is likes and comments and shares, and I'm getting a lot of video views. Like I got 10,000 video views, but not one single person clicked my link to go to my website. Not one single person inquired about working with me, scheduled a consultation, none of that, right? And,
Yep.
and, and the reason is because people don't understand the boost feature. It's very limited.
Mhm.
And when you boost a post, Facebook makes assumptions about what you really want to do. If you post a video and you boost it, Facebook by default assumes you want lots of video views.
Mhm.
In most cases, when you post an image or a graphic and you boost it, Facebook assumes that you want engagement. But we all know that engagement, you can't pay the bills with engagement, right? We need leads, we
Right.
need sales. So it's only when you actually jump into the Facebook Ads Manager, look at all of the objectives and all of the options that are available there, learn them. That's when you'll start to see the results that you want with your Facebook ads.
I love that. Yes. Look, Victoria said it's like they turn off all the eyeballs from our business page. I know. You're like, turn that on. That'll be $100.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Pretty smart, huh?
Let me inject. Victoria had a question too. At what point did you begin to see significant results since you've begun doing Facebook ads? Where did you start to see results happening?
Yeah. So you'll have to define results, and let me tell you, it's actually very easy to generate leads on Facebook. We generate leads all day long. One of the ad types that's available to you in the Facebook Ads Manager that you don't get when you boost a post is what's called a lead generation ad. Perfect for service providers, coaches, and consultants. You don't even need a website. You don't need a web page. You can literally collect information and qualify people right there on Facebook, generate leads for your programs and services. It's easy to generate leads. I'll tell you, the challenging part is getting good, high quality leads and then converting, right?
Mm-hmm.
And inspiring, compelling those leads to actually take action. So, when I started running ads, one of my favorite ad types was the messenger ad. And the messenger ad allows you to quickly spark up conversations with people. Facebook will show your ad to the people that are most likely to click send message and just engage in a one-on-one conversation with you via your business page. So I did messenger ads, and I did one-on-one conversations with people and enrolled them into my services. I had some really good success with that. And then moved on to some of the other more complex ad types when I wanted to really build my list and nurture a list and start offering some low cost programs and services. But it's very easy to generate leads. It's very easy to build an email list. What we've got to be good about doing is focusing on narrowing in on who our peeps are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's our ideal client? Who do we really want to reach? How do we target them? How do we get in front of those folks? And the message, how are we going to compel them to engage with us and then go on to do business with us?
Mm-hmm. Victoria said, wow, messenger ads, nice.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
she clarified just a few minutes ago that she was talking about when she was saying results money, which I think you covered. How do you turn that into engage? The engagement doesn't pay the bills, as Shantae said. So I saw her note.
Hello.
It does
Yes.
not pay the bills, but as you get those likes and you build your list, you have other opportunities to nurture those people into paying relationships. So
Right. And here's why the objectives are so key. And this is why I say stop using that boost button. Because when you run an ad for engagement, Facebook's going to show the ad to the people most likely to engage. But we know that those are not always the people that are serious and are ready to buy. So you have to run the ad type that makes sense. By me running a messenger ad, Facebook would put that ad in front of the people that were obviously, they were serious enough to want to have a conversation with me. Not everybody wants to have a conversation with you unless they pretty ready to do, ready to do something. Or like the lead generation ad. These are people that are giving you their name, their email, their phone number. They're answering qualifying questions. You've got to use the right ad type for what you want. So that's why boosting, because no, you're just going to get a lot of engagement. You're going to get a lot of comments and hearts. Yay, hearts.
Thank you. Bye. Bye, girl.
So that's why choosing the right objective is so important. But yeah, it's understanding too, like you mentioned, Tanya, that you've got to nurture people. We've got to stop having this expectation that we can show one ad to a person and they're going to immediately want to jump on and jump on board and do business. That does happen. it's rare. Most people, they got to get to know you. They got to get to see you over and over again. Your trust is built through contacts. So you got to get in front of them over and over again via email, via Facebook ads. And then, then they'll eventually pull out their credit card.
But
So a lot of it is
laughing.
expectations, right? Let's set some realistic expectations, and let's have the right mindset. Let's be in it. Let's realize that Facebook ads is a long game. It's not a get rich quick, put $50 on it and generate $5,000 tomorrow. Let's have the right mindset and set some realistic expectations as well.
You can think about it like dating, right? So you're not gonna, well, except for the shows, the TV shows that are out there right now. But usually you're not gonna like date the guy tonight and then be like, put a ring on it tonight. That's not.
Look, no comment. I'm not saying a word because you do not want to hear the story of how me and my husband. Hey, my husband of 21 years. You all don't want to hear the story of how we met, but that's too funny. Yeah, totally right. Yeah.
Okay,
what you were saying, Tanya. Mm-hmm.
Except for apparently, except for Lavada. We're just not going to go there right now. So. Let me see. So, okay, did you really get to talk to, or do you really get to talk to a Facebook manager? How? That's one of the questions here. There's some more. So,
how do we get to talk to a Facebook? So, someone who's on the Facebook team, is that what we're talking about?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Because that's not every time, right? If you have started to actually do more advertising, that's when I started getting people outreach from Facebook saying, hey, we have this program if you want someone to contact you about your advertising.
Right.
But it wasn't until I started doing more advertising and they saw that I was spending the money, did they reach out.
Yeah, exactly. Now, yes, to talk with someone about your Facebook ad strategy and some things that you can tweak, which they're very helpful. They do have some very helpful advice that they'll share. You're right. You have to be running ads. You have to actually be putting some money into it. Not much. Like I said, I was only investing $15 a day in the beginning, sometimes less than that. And I was able to talk to folks pretty soon after. Now, you can talk to someone at Facebook if you have a support issue, right? We can chat with them and get in touch with them if we have an error message or an ad has been rejected or our account has been shut down. Anybody can get in contact with Facebook support in that regard. But yeah, as far as having someone there help you with marketing and give you some ideas, you're right. You have to be putting some money into the ads.
So I love that Renee said she got married 3 weeks later. So you and Lavada are the outliers. You're the outlier. You're over here.
Virtual high five to you, Renee.
And then everybody else is, so this is just like Facebook. Some of your advertising is going to be like, oh, I want to buy from her. And then the rest of it's going to be, I need to date her for a little while.
It's going to take some time. Yeah, it's going to take some time, a lot of time. And in some cases, yes, that's really true.
And Shantae is like, y'all are tripping right now. Okay. Okay, so let's see, can you share your top 3 tips? What are the top 3 things that you think people need to know about Facebook ads?
I've already shared 2. I want to reiterate because it's super, super important. Stop boosting posts. Stop boosting posts. Only boost posts after you've learned how to use the ads manager, right? A boosting post is like a shortcut. It's an easy way to run an ad. Don't take the shortcut until you've taken the full route. Okay. So stop boosting posts. And the mindset, right? Be in it for the long game. Like, know that every single one of us, we're service providers, right? Anyone in business. Now, your people are on Facebook. Make no mistake about it. Some people tell me, oh no, I think my clients are mainly on LinkedIn. They're on Facebook. They're on Facebook too. Now, when they're on Facebook, they might not necessarily be in the business mindset, but they are on Facebook, and you can get their attention, right? If you're strategic with how you craft your audiences and how you reach out. But it's a long game. Have the right mindset. Have a budget. even if it's just $150 a month, a couple $100 a month. We're CEOs, right? We're business owners, right, Shantae? All successful CEOs I know have a marketing budget. So
Yep.
have a budget. Every single month, I'm going to invest X number of dollars in my Facebook ads, no matter how small, and learn from that, right? Be consistent, learn from that, and you will start to see the results. And then the third thing I would say is test, 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 right, Shantae? Test, test, test. We're always testing, right? Don't put out one ad and spend $50 on it and say it doesn't work. Facebook
Yep.
ads don't work for me. We're
Yep.
always testing different images, different videos. We're always testing different versions of our copy. We're testing different audiences. Test, test, test.
I love that you're saying that, and I love the fact that you're honest about the fact that you can't just sit on it and say, "Oh, I did a $50 ad," or "Oh, I spent." Because here's what I've done in the past. I have, and Renee said this too in here, but I've spent in the past a lot of money on ads and then said it didn't work. When I thought about it, the reason why it didn't work is because I really didn't have a strategy behind it.
Right.
Like my
Right.
my thought was, hey, if I do it, they will come, and they did come, and they did like,
They
and
like.
they were like, bye, girl, that was great, you know. So what's the follow up? And this is what we talk about all the time, even with your video strategy, is what's the next step? Are you helping people to see what the very next step in the path is going to be? What should it be? And if you're not suggesting that and you're not clearly giving them a vision of what they can do with you further than simply watching the video or whatever it is that they did when they clicked on your ad, then they're not going to take an action because you haven't made it simple. Here's a question from Michelle. When having an event, how far out should you run an ad?
So that depends on what type of an event. For example, some of the clients I work with are hosting these 2 and 3 day conferences. We start promoting 6 to 9 months in advance. And it's not that we're really going hard and heavy with the ads the whole time. But we're very strategic. We may start running ads in the beginning just to our warm audiences, people that are already connected to us, people that are already on our email list, where we're testing our offer, we're positioning, and then of course as it gets closer, then we ramp up. Or it could be depending on, maybe you don't have a significant warm audience or community or list, and you're going to be reaching out to a cold audience. Then you might even need to start further in advance because you got to warm those people up. You got to warm them up. Right. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
relying on a lot of new people to come to the event, you might want to start a year in advance, being consistent in your social media posting, putting some good content out there, building your email list, nurturing those folks so that when you do announce your event, they know, like, and trust you, and they'll be ready to come. Now, if it's a local event, right, half day workshop, 1 day workshop, typically we don't start promoting heavy for those until maybe about 8 weeks out, 8 to 12 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, definitely depends on the type of event that you're hosting.
So she said it was a virtual workshop. Hold on, let me pull back her comment. So virtual workshop, and I know we're
Oh,
running a little
online, so
over
not an
time.
offline event. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So with that, like a webinar or something to that effect,
Oh,
do you have a thought about that?
absolutely. So yeah, with webinars, I would say if you've done some testing and you know who your good audiences are, right? If you've been consistent with testing different audiences, testing different groups of people, then yeah, you probably 2 to 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks to promote a paid workshop. If it's a free webinar, sometimes, yeah, we won't start promoting with ads until about 7 to 10 days out. So there is no one size fits all. I would say for those of us that are not familiar with ads and we're not running ads consistently, start testing now and start, because what you don't want to do, what a lot of people think they can do, is decide one day that they're going to do a big launch. I'm going to do a webinar. I want
Today.
1,000 people to sign up for. They haven't run that one ad, not a day in their life. But all of a sudden, they're going to run an ad and get 1,000 people. So don't do that. Don't do that. You've got to test the waters. You got to get out there and you got to know your numbers. You got to know your numbers, Shantae. How much is it even going to cost you to get 1,000 people to sign up for the webinar? You don't know. You may not even have the budget, to get 1,000 people to sign up. So be strategic. Don't just jump up one day and decide you're going to do. Tanya,
Look,
why are you
I did it.
Why?
I did that before. That's why I'm like,
we've all done it. We've all done it.
Tanya. I did that. Virginia said laughing at this time is really good. So glad we can make you have a little bit of a smile tonight. We're just having fun because look, why not right now?
You have to. You have to. My grandmother used to say, I laugh to keep from crying. I mean, and it's literally, I laugh to keep from crying.
No, Victoria said, no big launch. Tanya, you did. Yes, I did. Look, I'm not afraid to admit. I'm not afraid. Look, Nicolette said, so look, me and Nicolette, we're in the same boat.
I raised my hand with you. All of us have done that.
Said it too. So what we're saying is, even if you've done these things in the past, you've made these mistakes that Lavada's talking about and giving us advice on, it's okay. Now we're starting again and we're learning that we need to do something different. Right. Shantae laughing at us again.
Hey, just take a deep breath in. Let it go. Release the past mistakes. Okay, and let's move forward. Let's move forward with a new plan today. Okay,
we're gonna do that. And look, Z summarized. She said, "Stop boosting posts. Be in it for the long haul. Have a budget. Nurture and build trust. Be consistent and test."
Look at you. Her notes are better than mine over here. Thanks for giving me that summary because I don't remember half of what I say sometimes, Z. Thank you.
She put it all out there. Thank you, Z. Learning to start all over. Exactly. And when she said test, that really is what it's all about. We're learning from the mistakes that we've made. If we boosted posts in the past, now we know we can stop wasting money on that. Somebody mentioned earlier that she had put a lot of money in, and actually she said that things were working okay, and then crickets.
That's a good point.
Renee.
That's a good point. And it does happen. You're not alone. Facebook ads do run out of steam. And what I mean by that is, and it depends on the size of the audience, right? Think about how big was the audience that you were running this ad to, because what starts to happen eventually, and it will happen for every single ad, Facebook will start to show the ad to the same people over and over again, and they'll experience what we call ad fatigue. Okay. Right. So everything, no Facebook ad, no matter how good it is, will run forever. All Facebook ads start to lose steam, some faster than others. And that's another good reason. And, why you have to have some additional graphics to test, some, additional videos, a different variation of the copy, so you can switch things up, make it look different. Because all Facebook ads will lose their steam eventually.
I know we're running a little over. I want to make sure that we get to the question that was submitted in advance.
Yes.
And so the question was, so my struggle has been posting pictures that are engaging without getting bad comments. So when she posts a picture of a female speaker, she might get something like, she's hot. And she said she thinks targeting might. That's true. That does happen. Look, most of us are women that are watching and that are joining in on this communication. So we all have probably seen some things on social media. Yes. So she says she thinks targeting might be part of the problem, as all of her ads use job-related words, and she feels like she's limited in her targeting options. And the person that sent this in, I know that she specifically focuses on career professionals. So I don't know if you have any advice for her about that.
So here are my thoughts. Well, number one, I know you said your targeting options are limited because, you could run different tests and maybe show your ad to men versus women. You could have two different audience segments. And, I'm just guessing, I'm just guessing where the the crazy comments are coming from. Here's the other thing though. You can delete comments. You can delete comments if it's a good ad and you want to keep it running. And if you don't like the comment, you can delete it. But you know what? I don't mind. I actually don't mind the crazy comments. Why? Because Facebook, it looks good to Facebook. The more people are commenting and engaging, the more Facebook says, and Facebook doesn't know whether it's a good comment or a bad comment. Facebook's like, oh, people are engaging. They love this. And it's almost like they reward you and incentivize you and distribute your ad to more people. So yeah, I mean, I would say if you don't feel that you can change the targeting and maybe filter out, you don't want to filter out certain people or age ranges. You don't want to filter out a certain gender or an age range. Delete the comments. Delete the comments that you don't like. But I honestly, I laugh. I actually, I will put laugh emojis on some of the crazy. I literally do. I laugh right. I just laugh and I keep on going because as long as my metrics are looking good on the back end, as long as those stats are looking nice and those sales are coming in, you can say I'm hot or whatever. I just want the money in the bank account, So yeah, but yeah, I would say that. I would say if you don't want to change the targeting, you can also delete the comments or just let them fly if they're not too crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a few over the top that I have deleted.
Yeah.
Usually they just are putting their toe in the water to see if you're going to respond and to see what kind of reaction they can get. That's funny. I know
Just delete them.
Renee's laughing.
Just delete them, honey. Don't worry about them. It used to hurt my feelings. Y'all, look, how much time we got? I've been cussed out, Tanya.
What? Seriously?
I have been called the B word on some of my ads. I have been cussed out, and now I laugh about it. Because in the way I think about it is, everybody, look, you're not doing anything significant if you don't have haters, right? What person that's doing something important that doesn't get hate mail? So I just consider it my hate mail, and I just say, yep, I'm on the right track.
For real. Real. Like Victoria says, sometimes those comments do drive more traffic because they're getting attention, right?
That's right.
And it's not a bad reflection on you. People know idiots when they see them.
Right.
So keep that in mind. Seriously. I mean, we all know that wasn't you. The content in your ad did not generate that person's comment.
Right.
That person had that in their own head and put it out there. So,
and I've had other people, I have, and in some cases, I haven't said anything. I didn't respond. I let the comment fly. I didn't say anything. Other people who saw the comment, then wanted to try to attack them. They're like, well, you're crazy. Like, why are you saying, so other people came to my defense, right? Yeah. I didn't even have to say anything. And people were like, you're crazy. Like, so yeah, it's social media,
Yeah. You're going to get some stuff. Look what Renee said. I bet not get called the B word. I bet. But Z said, great perspective. Yes. I mean, you really we've been having fun on this call tonight in spite of, right, a lot of the things that are going on. And so you got to think of it the same way when you're dealing with social media. You're going to get the good with the bad.
Yeah.
So you cannot take it personally such that it creates a roadblock for you to do what you are meant to do. You have a message to get out to the world. You got stuff, right, that you need to share. There are clients, there are people that you need to serve. So do not be deterred by the haters.
That's right.
Just don't.
Hey, don't be deterred. Be inspired. Be inspired to do more. Like I said, I get, I think something. I'm not doing something right. I haven't gotten any hate mail this week. I need to wrap it up a little bit. I ain't had nobody call me out my name this week. No, I'm just
Seriously. Yeah. I mean, I tell people all the time about that story about my hair and how it was like shaved down and how I got this really crazy troll comment on a video. And I'm going to tell you what, it's the best story, literally, that I can share as an example to others that they can overcome the fear of doing video, because you can't allow other people to to take away from your gift. And
Right.
so if she had not done that, I would not be able to be here and to share with you that experience and to give you that learning. So you got to learn from all the negative just like you do from the positive. It's going to be both that or you're going
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
yes, divine purpose.
Yes,
Divine
that's right. That's right. I love it, Victoria.
purpose.
Yep. That's it.
I know again we've gone over, but I have so much fun talking with you, Lavada. I'm
Same
sorry to keep
here.
you.
Thank you so much. It's been a joy and a pleasure connecting with you all this evening. I so adore you, Miss Tanya, and just love everything about you. And yes, just thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
We got to tell people how to get in touch with you. And you have an amazing program that I know is on the rise to
Yes.
help people to get to know how to do more Facebook ads. In fact, I'm probably going to be signing up myself here within the next couple of days. So let me you gave me a link. So I've
Yes.
just put my Tanya.click/Lavada offer. That's where you go to get information. But can you share a little bit about that so that everybody knows where to find you and what this program does?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I figured out, hey, when I started running my messenger ads a year ago, with $15 a day, I started having conversations with people. I was doing market research, right? And what I kept hearing over and over again was that the reason why people boost posts and they're not getting the results that they want is because they're overwhelmed by all of the technical stuff that comes along with setting up your Facebook ads, right? And connecting this system to this system and getting into the ads manager and getting lost. And so I came up with the idea. Hey, with my biz bestie, Miss Shantae Hawkins. I remember I ran this by you, Shantae, and I was like, I got this crazy idea. So I came up with this idea to start this co-working program where I could provide hands-on, step-by-step support, implementation support. So not only are we going to talk strategy, not only are we going to plan, right, and talk messaging and all of that great stuff and even write copy, but I'm going to give you that hands-on, walk you through how to get your ad up and running, walk you through how to review the metrics and determine whether the ad is a good ad, whether it's a bad ad, whether you want to make some changes or not. So yeah, on January 1, I started I did a beta launch of my group co-working program, and it's phenomenal. Let me tell you, some of the ladies in that group, Tanya, they doing better on their ads than me. Okay, they putting my ROI to shame. I mean, we've got real estate agents in the group, a therapist, we've got counselors, hair salon owners. We've got lots of various service providers. These ladies are generating 600%, 700% return on their ads.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
and so I love it, and they're such a great group, and I host these sessions. I host daily Zoom sessions every day, Monday through Friday. So every day you can jump on and tell me what your challenge is. The group is on. We'll review some copy with you. We'll help you tweak it. We'll help you pick a picture if that's what you need. We meet you where you are. So you bring whatever question or challenge you have to the table, and we'll help you get to the next step so you can get that ad going.
And if you go to the page, you do get to see the orange wig. Look, Renee said, gotta go see the orange wig. And Stacy is cracking up off of the orange wig, though. So, yes.
Yes,
So
yes.
do
That's Sadie
go,
Snide. That's Sadie Snide.
go
Oh,
check
Sadie.
it out. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm going to be part of the group too. So,
Awesome.
but
Awesome.
I'll
I
try
would
not to be
love to have
making
you
you
in there, my
laugh the
friend.
whole time. I know you got business. So,
I love it. Yes, join us. Look, Shantae's like, I'm signing up too. Yes,
mhm.
join us. We have a lot of fun, and yeah, we're not going to hold you hostage. I mean, I don't believe in forcing people to stay in memberships where you join some of those memberships and you can't cancel.
Forever.
We
Like
make
you're
it super easy, and a lot of the members do jump in and out. Honestly, sometimes people will just jump in for a month because they're working on a specific campaign or project. So you stay in as long as you like. I'm here. I'm here for you every day. I'll be doing these Zoom video sessions every day. So I'm here when you need me.
I'm on this. on top of it. So the link in the comments, if somebody can type that in, because from StreamYard, I'm not able to do that for the group. And I think that you're in the group, Nicolette. But yep, Tanya.click/Lavada offer. And I'll add this in the comments immediately after we get done so that we can make sure that we have it there. Where else can they find you, Lavada?
Yeah, absolutely. Also on Facebook, if you want to message me on Facebook, just go to at Launch Smarter, Not Harder. Connect with me on Facebook. I'd love to chat with you all at Launch Smarter, Not Harder, or just look up my name, Lavada. Yeah, Lavada Thompson.
Is that it? Did I type it in right?
Let me make sure.
At Launch Smarter, Not Harder. Okay.
Mm-hmm. That's
Awesome.
it. That's it.
All right. Look, everybody stayed on till the end. Thank you.
Look at you all. I love it. This is
That
the late night crew. Okay.
I love these women.
Mm-hmm.
And I love my guys that are on too. I just know one of them is traveling tonight. He actually said, I won't be there because I'm traveling. Like he had to let me know.
Right. Don't you just love that? I love it. I love it. You have an amazing community here, Tanya, and like I said, it's just been an honor to spend some time with you all tonight. It really has. Yeah.
Yes. And thank you so much. Thanks, Lavada, for spending the time with us. Everybody, again, make sure you check it out. So you saw the offer. The link is in the description. I'm going to be there too. So I'll be hanging out with you, getting my ads done. Michelle said, what kind? Oh, Michelle said, what kind of budget do you need? And then let me scroll real quick. Nicolette said, thank you. This is timely. She has something she wants to launch in the fall. Connie says, accountability. Can you just speak to what budget for Facebook ads? I think is what she must be asking. What budget would you need for that group?
Absolutely. So I say, because we're testing, right? And we want to give Facebook enough. We want to give Facebook something to test with. I like to say $100 to $150 for a test, right? We're going to test some particular thing. And I would rather you invest that $100 to $150 over a shorter time frame, let's say maybe a 10-day, 5 to 10-day period, versus what a lot of people like to do. They want to stretch it out. They're gonna do $5 a day for the whole month, and I don't recommend that, because it's such a slow process, and you're not giving Facebook the money that it needs to distribute the ad and go out there and find your ideal prospects faster. So yeah, literally a couple of $100 a month, $150 a month. That's where I started. That's where I started. And then I bumped it up to $450 a month. And, as I was making money, I started investing more into the ad. So start where you are. Just start where you are. Make a commitment. This is my ads budget. Every single month, I'm going to invest this so that I can learn how to run these Facebook ads. So start where you are.
And one of the best ways you can find money, for those of you who are like, I don't have that. One of the best ways that you can find money for your budget, and Shantae will tell you this, Lavada will tell you this, any of us will tell you this, is first look at what resources you're spending money on that you really don't need.
Yeah.
Because each and every one of us ends up we're investing, we're putting money into apps and software and programs that we're not even getting any return on. So think about what you can remove if you want to really be committed to trying to drive advertising, because advertising is an investment so that you can receive, right?
That's
and
right.
Yes, it does take time, but some of these other things where you're putting money into, you're getting no return on, and you don't have a future of getting a return on. So that's one of the things that you need to find. And like Nicolette said, reallocation is powerful.
Yes.
So think about where you can reallocate some funds.
That's right. Let's make some shifts. That's right. Let's make some shifts. I had to do the same. And then once I started getting once I got those small wins, and that's what we're going to help you do, ladies. We'll help you get those small wins, and we'll show you very quickly that the ads do work. You're going to be wanting to put more money into those ads. When you start hitting that 600 and 700% return, you're going to be shutting everything down so you can put all you got into those ads, right? So yeah. But yeah, start where you are, and yeah, let's just make some shifts, some small shifts, and you'll get there.
All right, folks, I got to stop because this is probably one of the longest shows I've done. But I hope that it was helpful, and I do really appreciate that you stayed on and paid attention and commented and asked questions. And Lavada, I always just know, I always got your back.
Yes, same here, my friend. Same here. It's a pleasure to work with you and connect with you. Like I said, I love you, and yeah, just keep doing the awesome, amazing work that you're doing. We so desperately need you and your gifts.
Same. And for all of you too, that goes for you as well, for those of you who are watching. Y'all have a good night, and we will see you again next time. Don't forget about next week's 5-day challenge for those of you who are in the group. And if you're not in the group and you want to be part of the group, then come on over. We are at Facebook at Get Noticed with Video VIPs. This is my VIP group. It is free to join. And when you do join, you will be able to participate in the 5-day challenge that starts Monday, June 15th. And we'll be rolling through each day a specific challenge with an assignment to get you going with more live video. So again, thank you and have a great evening.
Night.